On June 30th, 1942, on this very day, Jewish schools in Germany were closed. On June 30th, in 1942, on this very day, at Auschwitz, a second gas chamber, Bunker 2, the white farmhouse, was made operational. Today, though, June 30th, 2010, is Tammuz 18. 18 is Chai. And despite all that we've gone through, Am Yisrael Chai. And today our theme is this transformation of tragedy into joy. And therefore we've gathered here today to learn to be inspired by the wonderful speakers today.
It was a balmy May evening and the train stopped. I had no idea where I am. The doors were open. I jumped off the train. What greeted me were guards, flames in the distance against the black sky. And 24 hours later, I had a tattoo. That tattoo, in a sense, was a temporary stay of execution. At that moment, that's what it was. With a tattoo, we knew, at least temporarily, we're not to be murdered that night. But to the Nazis, it meant something totally different. To the Nazis, it meant that I became chattel. I became property. They could do whatever they wanted. They could put me to hard labor. They could abuse me. They could deprive me of food and sleep. And in fact, if they so desired, they could murder me.
We are going to be called on alphabetical order to be tattooed. There must have been about 1,500, 2,000 people sitting outside. It was in a June day. My number being Rosenthal, which is an R almost to the left of the alphabet, came up about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I lined up. There was a table with 2 guys sitting by the table and 1 guy standing, and he asked us all to stretch out our arm. Now those people who stretched out their arm and they showed this, they were tattooed here. Those people who went like this, they were tattooed here. I went like this. Now, question is, what did I think? What did I feel at that? I held my hand and there was a guy like with a big stick, and it was like a woodpecker, and he put in the number. But one thing I didn't know. I didn't know my name was no Moriano. I was a number. I wasn't even a human being. So every time I was called Häftling. Häftling, we were called Häftling. Häftling, A1132. Let me tell you 2 incidents. About 2 years ago, I had trouble with my faucet in the kitchen. I took off part of my faucet. I went at the plumbing supply here on Harris Road. It's a big plumbing supply. I went in there with a part of the faucet, and I asked the guy there about if he had the part. He looked at me, he stopped the number on my arm, and he said, he was a black man. He said, man, he says, I saw a program on television last night, and it's the truth. So before you know it, he called in other people there. And they can't believe that I'm one of those that he saw in television the night before. Took out a box of candy, offered me a candy, and he gave me a brand new faucet for free. Okay?
We were 5 sisters. And after they selected my mom and the rest of the family, we went to the zone that they called, where you took off your clothes, left your clothes, got your striped dresses, and went to a barrack. In the barrack, the minute we came in, there were people that were there for many, many years already, because the Polish people came here 2 years before us. And they said, you see that by the window? You see those flames? Your parents are burning there. What we said, they are crazy. They want to scare it. That's not true. But it was true. A couple days later, they announced from the barrack that we're going to go in line and we're going to get tattoos. What the tattoos meant, I never heard about a tattoo in my life. We got a tattoo. I went to work and people would point their finger. And I was young. So I put a band-aid on their arm. About 10, 12 years ago, I had to have surgery. I was recommended to a surgeon in NYU. I went to his office for consultation. He tells me, do you mind if I take a picture of you? I didn't know what it meant. He took a camera and he said, put your arm like this. He snapped a picture of me. When I walked out, I started crying. What am I? In this country, a number person too. And this is the God on the truth. And when you go many times, maybe years ago, even today could happen, you go for a manicure and those young girls are going to say, what is that? So unfortunately, in this time of the world, through the years, what's going on, so many years after the concentration camp, there are still some people who don't know nothing about it, what was going through this World War II.
I tried to recall how did I feel when they tattooed me. I didn't feel anything. The pain when they tattooed was so little comparing to the hunger. The pain from the hunger was we had coming to Auschwitz, sitting in the train, all those years till we came out. So the pain was in the stomach, not the physical pain. Then my son, he was 6, 7 years old at the time. He started to ask questions. Was it today? What do you tell a kid who's 6 or 7 years old? I had to lie. I told him to sit in the driver's license, what I had in Germany. He took it as a good answer I could from my father, till he found out later on. Until today, he reminds me I lied.
What it meant to me?
Yes.
What should I tell you? I mean, like I said before, it's there forever. You know that you are tattooed number. You went through all those things. In your heart, it's always there. But meanwhile, you never want somebody else to see it.